Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Laboratory, and welcome to another episode of Cutting Rocks, where I cut through rocks and fossils I find on the western shore of Lake Michigan, see what spills out. So today we have a handful of tiny little micro-banded ones, so I'll try to get some good shots here. Tiny little micro-band in there all the way through. I just want to cut all these right in half and see if those bands do anything cool. Another one here, just kind of got these weird pockets through the bottom, so I want to cut that one in half that way. Another one with a really cool fortification band around, all the way around with the yellow, so I want to go right through the middle, just see if I can get some tiny little pieces with just like one band on there. This one's got a little bit more going on that side, a couple in that side, so I'm going to go this way on that one. Same thing with this one pretty much. Could be something in there, might not be, but I'm going to try to go this way. Try to get these tiny little ones cut in half. This one's got another little band through it. I'm going to try to kind of cut that side off, like right here. See if there's anything inside. And then last one's kind of got a little bit more going on again, a little bigger pocket right there coming through this side. So I'm going to go right down the middle of that one too. Try to get a couple little cabochon pieces out of all these. So we're going to use the high-tech 6-inch trim saw, thin notch blade. And just remember, if you guys use these high-tech tools, if you want 10% off all your accessories, it excludes the machines, unfortunately, but pretty much everything else, you can just type in Planetary in all capital letters when you check out, and you'll get that 10% off all your accessories. So I'll leave a link for that down in the description. So let's get this thing set up, and we'll get cutting. Alright, through that first little one, it had this kind of fortification all the way around it, so let's see if it's good inside of there. It's okay. It's okay for sure, but not like it didn't open up like I would like. I'll zoom in a little bit closer at the end here, but so I would still say a win. It's still cool little pieces. I could maybe shave down and then have that little band through and have that kind of be the face. So 1 for 1. All right, let's keep going. Okay, number 2. Ooh, that one opened up a lot cooler right there. That's kind of like some tight bands in there probably, or maybe just one big fat one. So those are cool too, for sure. Kind of showed a little bit on the outside, but it just thickened up in the middle there, so I'll try to get some really super close ones at the end again. But I would say 2 for 2. On to number 3. Alright, through that next one, a little chip there, but I could get that off. This one had the big yellow kind of band through it, so hopefully that's prominent in there. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, so that's really cool. So that's kind of the pieces I want right there. So then you can kind of just shape that and shine it up. And that's just a cool little representation of a little Coldwater pocket. So that was a good one. Some tiny little pieces, so they'll be nice little light jewelry. All right, on to the next one. Alright, so a little chip off on that one from right there, but let's see. One cool little pocket in there, tiny micro pocket, maybe another little one. That one was kind of a dud, it was kind of just on the outside, but I can always just polish this side and use that as the back, and that's probably what I'll do. Probably on both of these. I might be able to get something cooler out of that one too if I shave it down, so. Alright, on to number 5. Alright, through that next little long one, it kind of had the pockets on the outside again. I think it went through though, so let's see. Oh yeah, that's a cool little pocket. Not really much banding on there. Maybe once I zoom in there at the end, we'll be able to see some banding. Yeah, it actually looks like a rabbit, even with an ear and everything, and a little nose right there. So that's sweet. 2 rabbits, actually. Actually, that looks like a jackalope with horns. All right, on to the next one. Okay, so through number 6, I tried to cut it thin on this side because the pocket kind of stopped right there. So we'll see if it's in there. Ooh, a little bit, tiny little pocket coming through, and maybe another little micro one coming here. Some cool layers anyways. It actually looks like a mummy face or something too. So these are all pretty unique anyways when they have the little micro cold water pockets in there. But this matrix is really cool too, like that patterning right there, that's cool. All right, let's get on to that last one. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more on this one, because I think this one's gonna be really cool. This one had the pocket through. I kind of sliced it right down the middle. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Not a ton of banding again, but there is some banding in there. And then a couple pocket, like a pocket that came out this way. Man, that looks like an animal too, right there. Look at that, a deer with horns. And that looks like a landscape, like a road or something going through. Like I said, these things are all super unique. Like this one might even be in like stromatoporoid up here. Really cool. So I would say definitely 7 for 7 on these micro cold water pieces. All right, so if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.